Should we get close? Can't.
You talk to my chest.
Rub together. Are we actually filming?
It's awkward. It's like socially awkward interview.
You own Know Your Meme now. I guess that's what we were talking about earlier. Is that
right.
I believe it was Kenyatta who on the last panel at ROFLCon 2010 pointed out that we've kind of talked about 4chan as the like sausage factory of sorts. It's like where things get made and you don't necessarily want to see it. And a place like Cheezburger might make it a little more palatable to a mainstream audience. And so 4chan is where the content is being produced. Kind of Cheezburger is where it goes to be kind of distributed and monetized. And then Know Your Meme is where it gets studied. And so now Ben owns 2 of the 3 of those things. This is where you offer to buy 4chan.
Yeah, this is why I don't do. This is why I don't do that. Yeah. Maybe behind the room. No, I'm kidding.
Memopoly, man. It's freaking memopoly.
Well, actually, that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. Is that like I actually believe in a broader ecosystem, and what's actually happened in the last couple of years is that people have learned how to make memes on 4chan, and they've kind of grown up and gone to other areas. So you actually see a lot of people on Reddit. Reddit's been actually very prolific in creating memetic content. You can say what you will about the type of content that they create. They tend to be rather formulaic and very structured. But the people who learn to do that have come from other places and have gone elsewhere. And so actually, Moot and I were talking about how he's working out now, apparently. And he was at a gym, and they were making memetic content at the gym. And so the mainstreaming of memes have really taken off in the last couple of years. And you're actually watching and seeing Hollywood try to get in.
Yeah. Seriously, Fit has the best memes. Not gonna lie. We were talking about,
it's because you've not become like a
We were squatting
junkie.
and talking about ATG and
like,
lower, below parallel. Seriously, I swear to God. Actually, Fit is one of the most popular boards on 4chan of all things. Yeah.
I thought it was
Nerds love fitness.
I thought it was cooking.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
All right.
Reddit, yeah, I mean, it's probably more interesting to talk about how just in the past 2 years, Reddit has really kind of come out, and we're not talking about Dig anymore. Rest in peace. I think actually Dig just got shut down.
Well, Dig all their
off,
staff
yeah,
went to Washington Post, but the asset remains.
But Dig isn't a part of that conversation anymore, and Reddit is. Reddit is increasingly becoming a place where people go to, obviously share links and consume kind of what's happening online.
And what's interesting about the success of Reddit is that it's been very hands-off. It's been very much like they weren't trying to do anything specific with Reddit other than keep that community together. And so Reddit hasn't, from a technological feature perspective, it hasn't really advanced, but therein lies the goodness, because the positive way of saying it, even though it sounds negative, is that the inmates are running the asylum. And that's kind of what I want from the internet. I want the inmates, all of us, to run the asylum versus the powers that be. So I think the hive mind is actually a myth. I think what you do have are rather good social norms on Reddit versus the rather chaotic social norms, the best way I guess could put it, on the B board. But it's actually the same people. The amount of cross traffic between Reddit, 4chan, and even us is actually rather high, and it's because people behave differently in different forums because the social norms are different, and people get different things out of communities because of the variances in those communities. The hive mind is just, it appears that way because when somebody makes themselves available and answers questions honestly, I think people respect that. I think that's human nature.
I think that, I think the hive mind is I like to think more about just kind of like zeitgeist, just like what are we as a collective thinking, but what is the, maybe it's actually very similar, but like what is the best representation of what a community is feeling? Not that there's like one central force that's kind of, it has its tendrils into every community, but what is the kind of collective thinking at any given moment in time? Yeah. The next Reddit. I hope not more of it.
What was the question? Yeah.